Hey there, my name is Megan and I am the Ultimate Hype Witch. Today I want to talk about the power of community. And it is a very special topic to me, as most of the things that I talk about are, because that's what I'm doing here on this page. But community is so important to me. It is a pillar in my life. If I am asked about my values, I believe that community is one of the biggest pillars and one of the most important things for humans in general. I often hear from people who move here. I live in Austin, Texas, and our community game is very strong. I often hear from people who move here that it's unmatched compared to where other places they've lived in the world, etc. I have lived here for 12 years, so I, don't necessarily have the compare and contrast, but I do know that Austin is a very special place, and there's a reason why I have not left it since I moved here when I was 18. And my thing about Austin is I always tell people, I'm like, it is choose your own adventure. Whatever your passion is, whatever your interests are, there is a community for that. Like, you don't have to just try to fit in to one community if that doesn't work for you. If you like going to, I don't know, there's like the party crews, there's the spiritual community, there's the pickleball crew, there's run clubs, there's swim clubs, there's like so much fitness and yoga and health and wellness. And if you want to go to concerts, like, there is endless amounts of fun, and that means it's like whatever that means for you. There's also chess clubs. Like, there are so many things that are here in Austin that if you haven't found your people yet, just keep looking and keep asking around for events and all of that, because it's truly a special place, and you will find your people if you continue to like call them in and just continue to put yourself out there. And as big as Austin is, like, the community overlaps a lot, and that's something I love, is going to a pickleball event and seeing people from overlapping communities just vibing together, and that's super lovely. I think it's super special, and I love it. And I don't see myself moving somewhere else where it can't be that flowy, vibey kind of energy. It's very aligned with who I am and what I like to do with my time. I'm also, part of very magical crews who love to, harness our powers for good. But the power of community, let's go back to that. It is so special and so important, because we're not meant to be doing life alone, and we're not meant to be here alone on this planet. We're meant to be finding our people, and we're meant to be experiencing life with groups of people, and sometimes it's different groups of people. If you're like me, I like different flavors, so I like to be able to jump in and jump out of other things. So yeah, community is so powerful. It helps you live longer. If you've never heard of the blue zones, that's one of the pillars of the blue zones, is having a strong community, whether it's family, whether it's friends, etc. Like, that's one of the important components of being able to live a long and healthy life. Community allows you to be witnessed as your full self. In the past, I was in a relationship where, I didn't have like a big community. I had just like a small group of friends, which is totally fine. But when you're only ever witnessed truly by like the person you're dating, you're going to start to believe that like you're one faceted, right? Like, but we are multifaceted beings. And I think when you are in community and you actually go and allow yourself to be seen and put yourself out there and get to know all different types of people, that really allows you to foster growth and longevity in terms of your own health and well-being, just your mental health and all of that. And you have people looking out for you. Like, that is the power of community. Like, I am heading to Burning Man this week and I'm so excited. All of the things, and like I had everything handled and all the things, but I stopped over at my friend's house and he was like, "Oh, just bring anything you want to go on the RV on Monday or Sunday. Today's Sunday." And I go, "Oh, what?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll just bring a little bin." And then I get home and I was like, "You know what? Like, I'm just gonna pack my checked bag and just have it done." And then I go to Whole Foods last night and I walk in and Whole Foods has all of these dry goods on sale that I'm gonna be eating. I just talked with my best friend about what we were gonna eat in meal prep and just have on hand, and all of the things, because it's back to school, is on sale. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pack all of this stuff and save myself some money, not have to deal with checking a bag when I'm flying there, doing all of that. I don't have to worry about that because I have to go pick up my vehicle, pick up my RV, all of this stuff. It's just one less thing I have to handle on my own. And then when I get to the playa, it's going to be there for me. And I'm so grateful for that. When they dropped off today, I was like, wow, I love y'all so much. But that's just the playa providing even before Burning Man. And it speaks volumes to the level of depth you can cultivate with people in short amount of time, and how people really want to show up, because you attract what you are. So if you are seeking kind, loving, generous, giving humans, such as the ones I have found myself surrounded with, you need to ask yourself, am I kind? Am I being generous? Am I how am I showing up in the world? Because you are what you attract what you are. So if you haven't yet found your community and you don't necessarily think that there's people out there for you, I promise you there is. But people don't want to be judged, and people don't want to feel like they're judged, and people can tell if you are judging them for whatever they're doing. And you can just tell if someone's inauthentic in their interactions, and that's something I'm not down with. And a lot of people just they just want to live their lives. They're adults, they're grown humans, they just want to be making decisions and they want to feel supported. And as a friend, you can always be that permission slip if you feel like they're not making the best choices and all of that. Definitely speak up. But overall, people want to have a good time. People, especially people in Austin, people just have their lives together. They've got great careers, they've got family, friends, all of the things. They've got their purpose handled. So everyone here is just trying to make memories and have fun and not be too concerned about, hanging out with people who they don't get along with, just because there's so many different people to meet and things to do here. But yeah, I think, when you can build a community, you have to be very intentional with who you're inviting, what you're hosting, or what kind of event you want to host. When I host, I want things to be pretty laid back. I have a fire pit. I've got a nice sized yard. I've got a hammock. I've got seating everywhere. I keep my house witchy and vibey. I don't want to be going and doing all of the to-dos. I love, making food and eating and gathering. I'm Italian, so food is the center point. We'll do movie nights on the lawn, laser shows, just silly things like that. I respect and admire people who throw bigger parties with all of the curated stuff. And, when I'm inspired, I will do something like that, but I laid back and I like to keep it simple. I'm just can we just chill out? We're constantly doing and doing and doing, and I love to attract people who just like to hang out and talk and play games and just be witnesses and sing and dance and do that kind of stuff. But that's my vibe. And I know that's not everyone's. I know a lot of people can't do simple. And that's okay. Um, yeah, what else do I want to say on community today? Maybe I'll probably do more on community, but yeah, power of community. When you attract what you are. So if you haven't found your people yet, just know that they're there. For years, I was craving community and soul depth connections and magic and play and all of that stuff, and I did not get it until I got in right alignment with myself and right alignment with who I truly am. And it was pretty instant once I did. So, you know, you kind of have to ask yourself, am I truly showing up in the way I want to be in this world? How can I meet others with a little bit more grace? How can I meet myself with a little bit more grace? How can I release judgment before, fully getting to know someone? And how can I ask really intentional and loving questions about someone and be curious about them before jumping to conclusions about who you think someone is? Uh, I've definitely befriended some amazing people who other people would have, opinions on. Um, but once you actually get to know them, then it's like, oh, I actually vibe with this person really well because they're in their authentic truth and their authentic expression of themselves. And that's something I value in other people and something I attract, because I'm like, I want to be my authentic self. And if someone else is being their authentic self, heck yeah, we get more of that, please. It's a magnet. Like you're like drawn to it. All right. Well, my name is Megan and I'm the Ultimate Hype Witch. I hope you have a very magical, magical day.